$89.90. So $176.80 plus $89.90. This would be your yearly base premium. Okay, now if you're thinking, what do you mean by base premium? Anybody know what that means? What that means is that's what the basic idea is, but then you get multiplied dependent on your gender or your age. So you might have a multiplying factor that multiplies this higher or lower based on how old you are and your gender and, frankly, how well you're doing in school. Okay, collision insurance is here as well as comprehensive. So, do you guys remember what a deductible is when it comes to insurance?
What you have to pay first before they will pay.
Right. So if you have to pay a $50 deductible, that means like if your windshield gets cracked or something, you pay the first $50, and they pay what's beyond that. And so, as you can see, why does it make sense to you that if it's only a $50 deductible, you pay more?
Because they have to pay more.
Because they have to pay more, right? Like, what if it's a $200 deductible, and you end up having to get a new tire, and that new tire you can pay for with $200? Do they pay anything? No. Okay? But remember, it's for the year. So, like, if you mess up your tire, then if later you crack your windshield, then they cover for that windshield. It's not like the first $200 of everything. It's $200 for the year. Okay. So you buy $200 deductible collision insurance and $100 deductible comprehensive insurance. What's the total yearly premium? So it looks like we've got, what, $200 collision and $100 comprehensive, and then we're going to add those two together. Make sure you're writing this down. So it makes a total of $198.61. Okay, if you look at the back side, these are the rating factors. This is a true example, by the way, of a rating factor based on gender. Why do you think that if you are the owner or the primary operator, that you'd be multiplied by more than if you were not the owner, not the primary operator?
Because you're responsible for the vehicle.
You're responsible for the vehicle, that's true. But also, they're finding that in general, that when you borrow somebody else's car to use for the day, that you're generally more safer with somebody else's vehicle. Yeah?
So if that's your parents' car, does that also count?
If you are not the primary owner, yeah. So then you'd be male, not the owner, and it'd be less. And this is the price for you. So like if you own your own car, you're going to pay more because this is the multiplier, right? So you're multiplying that price by 380, where if instead you were just on your parents' policy, that's a lot less. And if you're female, it's even less, more or less. And they don't have it on here, but if you were, often companies have the deal with good grades, that they've seen a big, like very statistical, like it is relevant statistically that if you have really good grades, like I think it's like a B average, anybody know? B honor roll or higher, that you pay less because you're less likely to crash a car. Anybody else know any other factors that your insurance does? Okay. All right, so George purchased 125 liability insurance, 100% deduct or $100 deductible collision insurance, and $50 deductible comprehensive insurance. He is a 17-year-old male who drives his parents' car. All right, so we're gonna have to use the front side for this. So first it was 5,125. So I'm looking at 5,100 first.
So it's 100, 61.
161.25. I'm gonna write this down. 5,100 was what was it? 161.25?
Yes.
Okay. And then the next part was
25, right?
25.
78.60.
Okay. And then he also needs comprehensive. It was $50 deductible comprehensive insurance, which is $72.65. And then he also wants $100 deductible collision insurance, which was $183.42. Are my numbers looking right to you guys? All right, now we gotta add those all up. 161.25 plus 78.60 plus 72. If you don't have a calculator, you're gonna wanna get one. Ooh, I think I got it wrong. 161.25, 78.60, 72.65, 183. Maybe I just didn't add it right. You got the same thing I did?
Right. 495.
Instead of, oh, I put in 75 instead of 72. So you said this was 495? Okay,
495.
92. All right, now this is the base premium. So what haven't we figured out for this guy yet?
How much he has to pay due to his age.
You're right, the multiplier based on how much he has to do with his age. Okay, so let's look.
17.
It looks like he's 17. Is he the owner of the car? No, so we're multiplying by 2.65. Something you should notice is this. Do you see how when you're 17, that these numbers are very different, right, for male and female? 18, 19, 20, 21 to 24. Do you see how they keep getting closer and closer? It's because as they get older, they found statistically that men and women are not very different. It's just the younger. But if you compare a woman who is 21 to 24 compared to her father, who is 50 and the primary owner, she will still pay more than her father will because